Hello everyone and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today we're going to take a look at another vehicle that took part in the Battle of Yavin during Episode 4, A New Hope, and this time around it's a vehicle that belongs to the Rebel Alliance and is probably one of the most iconic ships in the Star Wars universe. It is this set here, set number 9493, the X-Wing Starfighter. An absolutely phenomenal set right off the bat. Currently retails for $49.99 and consists of 560 pieces. So it's quite a pricey item, but when you factor in the amount of bricks that you get with this set, and also the fact that it retails for the same price as the TIE Fighter, I think you're getting an absolutely cracking deal with this one. As I said, excuse me, in my TIE Fighter review, I didn't really think the TIE was worth, you know, the $49.99 price point, but this one, as I said, it is pricey, but I definitely think you're getting more value for money with this one. Out of the two ships, I think this one is definitely the better one. Not only visually and obviously in terms of the amount of bricks you get with the set, but the amount of features it has, the level of playability, and again, the value for money factor as well. It's just an overall much better ship, and I really want to applaud LEGO on their efforts on creating this one. It's a really cool set. Quite a fitting review as well, considering that we recently saw the reveal of the life-sized LEGO X-Wing down in Times Square in New York to promote the Yoda Chronicles on Cartoon Network. So obviously that's going to increase the popularity of this set a little bit. Not only that, but we get some awesome minifigures with this set as well, as you can see from the front of the box. I'll just zoom in on that for you a little bit to give you a better look. But as you can see, we do get a brand new Jek Porkins figure with this set. We also get R2-D2, Luke Skywalker, and R5-D8. So a nice selection of figures as well. And as you can see, one of the main features of the set is indeed the folding S-foils at the back of the ship, which is an absolutely stunning feature, and I'll give you a look at that later on in the review. So just zoom out again on there, and give you a look at the reverse side of the box. As you can see, you've got a breakdown of some of the scenes that you can recreate using the set, as well as some of the features that the vehicle has. There we go, that is the box. And of course, being a LEGO set, this one does indeed come with an instruction manual which guides us through the building process. And once again, if you happen to have misplaced any of your instructions over the years, then you can indeed check out the links in the video descriptions of each of these LEGO reviews, and that will take you to a digital download of each instruction manual. So there we go, that's the box and the instructions. Now onto the set itself, and we'll begin by taking a look at the minifigures. And here they are, all four of them. As you can see, the first two that I'm going to give you a look at are indeed the most vital figures to the set in some ways. Luke Skywalker and R2-D2 there. As I've said in past reviews, I'm not a huge fan of the Rebel Pilot minifigures. I tend to find them a little bit plain, generic, and quite boring if I'm being honest, and Luke Skywalker here is no exception really. The only thing that really redeems this figure visually is the inclusion of the lightsaber, which when you factor in that this guy's just going to be sitting in the cockpit most of the time, he's not even going to be using that. So it does lose a few points in that respect. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad minifigure, I just find it a little bit boring. We've got some cool decals on the helmet, very screen accurate to the film. We've got a generic Luke Skywalker facial print there, and the same old Rebel Pilot chest apparatus printed on the torso. So nothing special really going on with Luke, and R2 is the same really. He is just a repack of previous R2 figures from other sets. For example, the Anakin's Jedi Interceptor from Revenge of the Sith that I gave you a look at recently. Just a standard repack, nothing special going on there. Very cool figure though, I do like the LEGO R2 units. The prints look very cool and are nicely applied. So there we go, that's R2-D2. And if we flip this round, the other two figures in the set are Jek Porkins and R5-D8. Now, I find Jek a little bit more exciting than Luke, mainly because the markings on the helmet look absolutely fantastic and are quite nice additions there. Obviously the figure is brand new as well, so you've got a new head on this one. Very cool as well, a very cool print. Obviously in the film Jek Porkins is a bit of a tubby bugger, and LEGO have tried to capture that in the facial print there, and they've done a fantastic job. Once again you've got the Rebel pilot chest apparatus printed on the torso, and as opposed to a lightsaber, Jek comes with a blaster rifle. R5D8 is a very cool figure as well, a standard repin of the other R5 units in the LEGO line, for example R5J2 and R5F7 that I've given you a look at in past reviews. This one is very similar in terms of deco to R5D4, who is of course the bad motivator droid that Owen Lars almost purchases on Tatooine. There are just a few minor differences with those two characters. So there we go, those are the minifigures included in the set. Once again we have Jek, R5, and Luke and R2D2. So there we go, those are the minifigures. I'm just going to zoom out once again and we're going to take a look at the actual X-Wing itself now. And as you can see, it's an awesome ship. I'm just going to knock the brightness down on the camera for the main reason that this ship is mostly all white, and so a lot of the light from the window is going to bounce off and just create an overall mess. But here we go, really cool set, and as you can see, some of the attention to detail that LEGO have applied here is absolutely fantastic. What I'm going to do with this set is I'm going to start off by giving you a look at some of the external details, and then we'll break down some of the features that the vehicle has. So we'll start near the front of the ship. As you can see, near the cockpit area we do get two Proton Torpedoes clipped to the outside. These aren't flick fire missiles, they're just there for decoration purposes really. What I've found is quite handy though is if you remove these torpedoes from the clips, you can actually use them as lightsaber storage for Luke's weapon when he's sat inside the cockpit. One of the cool aspects of this ship that I personally liked was the fact that there are only 4 stickers included with the vehicle. As you can see, those details there on the engines are the only stickers they have to apply, which I found really good because I don't particularly enjoy applying stickers to my LEGO sets. I usually tend to get them wrong, so that came out alright. As you can see at the back of the ship we get some phenomenal detailing around the engines, which is helped by that translucent orange piece there, obviously to simulate the engine boosters. We also got some terrific detail on the top of the ship as well, with some of those mechanical features being visible. You do of course have the droid socket that your astromechs can sit in, and if you look at the back of the wings, as you can see there are 6 red stripes currently featured. One of these stripes is removable, and that is so that you can alternate between whose X-Wing this belongs to. Obviously with 6 stripes the X-Wing belongs to Jek Porkins, who is of course red 6, and with 5 stripes the X-Wing belongs to Luke, who is red 5. So quite a cool little detail there that LEGO decided to include. You've also got some cool details on the turrets, on the wingtips there, and overall it's just a phenomenal looking ship. In terms of actual functions and features, as you can see on the undercarriage of the ship we do indeed get retractable landing gear, which operates on a hinge, so you just pull that down like so, and then the foot is also hinged like that. Just zoom in for you so you get a better look at that. So there you go, that's the landing gear. You've also of course got the opening cockpit, and as you can see at the moment I've got just a Rebel fleet trooper sitting inside the cockpit. Now I know that's not accurate, but I just thought I'd spice things up a little bit and give you a look at something a little bit different for this review. So there we go. One of the cool features about the cockpit area is the fact that LEGO have decided to include the targeting computer that Luke uses to fire the torpedo down the Death Star trench, and that's this piece here. It's a printed piece, so you don't have to mess around with any of the stickers, and it's a really cool little detail that I'm really happy that LEGO included. And as you can see, inside the cockpit, it just clips onto that piece there at the front, like so. There's also a seat in there as well for your minifigures, and again the cockpit does operate on a hinge, so you can open and close that at your disposal. Once again, you've got the droid socket there, which your astromech droids can be slotted into. Obviously there's no real rule as to which figure you should include in there, but I've just got R2 in there for the time being. He looks very, very cool in place. Just hope you're getting a good look at that. The camera does tend to blur these things a little bit sometimes. So there we go. There is indeed R2-D2 inside the droid socket. And as I showed you at the beginning of the review when I was giving you a look at the box for this vehicle, the main feature is of course the opening S-foils, which I'm just going to zoom out to give you a better look at. That function is operated by this wheel on the back of the ship, which you just rotate and that will expand the wings. You've also got these pieces which are supported by elastic bands, which obviously help to stabilise the wings, and it's a really cool feature, and you know, it operates really smoothly. So I'll just demonstrate that for you from the back first. As I said, you rotate the wheel and the wings do indeed open up. They once clip into place, and as you can see there is a mechanism inside the wing which helps keep the wings supported. And obviously the X-Wing looks absolutely fantastic in this configuration. Looks very, very cool indeed. Obviously if you want to land your X-Wing, you can proceed to repeat the process and the wings will fall back down like so. So there's that feature from the front now. There we go. Very, very cool. Definitely the main attraction, as it were, of the X-Wing. So overall it's a fantastic set that just about covers all the features that this one has. Once again, as I said, it retails for $49.99, so it is a little bit pricey, but it's really, really good, really well designed. The features that it has are fantastic, and as I said, the revelation of the life-sized X-Wing to promote the Yoda Chronicles will of course up the interest in this vehicle, so go out and get it while you can. Obviously it's a 2012 set, so it's not going to be on the shelves for all that much longer, but I'd definitely recommend going out and picking this one up. It's definitely a must-have for any LEGO Star Wars collection. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at the LEGO X-Wing set number 9493. And once again, before we wrap this video up, we're going to take a look at the minifigures again, just to refresh your memories a little bit. So if I clip that onto the wing there, just to give you a look. Once again, we have Luke Skywalker and R2-D2. And of course, Jek Porkins and R5-D8. So some great minifigures with this set, and a great vehicle overall. Definitely one that I would recommend picking up. So I hope you've enjoyed this review, guys. I will be back with some more very soon. LEGO will be taking a little bit of a hiatus for now. I'm going to give you a look at some more Hasbro figures and vehicles in my next few reviews, so stay tuned for those. And until next time, guys, as always, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.